Hi everyone, welcome back to online classes. We are discussing Science Class 6, 6th class Science, Chapter 3, Animals and their food. In this class, let us discuss food chain, food web, the animal colonies and food, and the wonder world of ants. First, let us see the food chain. We know that all living things, all living organisms need food to perform their daily activities. To do their daily activities, they need food. Some organisms prepare their own food. They will not depend on any other organisms. And some are depend on other living organisms like plants and animals. So based on this, we can divide organisms into two categories. One is producers and the other one is consumers. What is producer and what is a consumer? Let us see. A producer is an organism that it's prepare its own food by using energy of the sun is called a producer. And who is a consumer? A consumer is an organism that depends on other living plants and animals. Some organisms depend on other organisms like living plants and animals to get energy are called consumers. So here plants are producers and all the living remaining organisms are called consumers. A consumer is an organism that eats living plants and animals. All animals are consumers because they do not prepare their own food. So what will happen if all the animals eat plants? All the animals eats only plants, what will happen? Soon the plants number of plants will decrease and the number of animals will increase. So that is why to maintain a balance in nature, animals follow their food habits. Some animals eat plants and some do not eat plants. Some eat other animals. So like that, basing on their food habits, there are different types of consumers. Basing on their food habits, consumers are different types. We can classify them as a specific groups. First one, primary consumers and secondary consumers and tertiary consumers. Consumers are three types: primary consumers, secondary consumers and tertiary consumers. What is primary consumers? Primary consumers, they eat producers, that means plants. Primary consumers, they eat only plants. They include herbivores such as some insect, rabbit, cow, etc. So in this category, in this primary consumers category, some herbivores are present. Some examples: insects, rabbit, cow. So like that, what are the animals which are having food habits like plants and plant products? They are all primary consumers. And next one, secondary consumers. Secondary consumers, they eat primary consumers. Secondary consumers, they eat primary consumers. That means primary consumers are the food for secondary consumers. So we can say some examples like birds, frog and fox, etc. So birds will eat insects, like a frog eats insects and fox eats this rabbit and etc. So that is why primary consumers are the food for secondary consumers. And the next one, tertiary consumers, that is the third type consumers. Tertiary consumers, they eat secondary consumers. Tertiary consumers eat secondary consumer. That means secondary consumers are the food for tertiary consumers. They include carnivores that feed on other carnivores. They include snakes, lions, tiger, etc. These are all eat secondary consumers. So in a forest, if you observe, the deer eats grass and plants, and in turn we know that tiger eats deer. Deer eats plants and tiger eats deer. In any ecosystem, if you observe, there will be a chain-like system. In that situation, in that area, the organisms which are living, there will be a chain-like system. So one is depending on other animal for their energy, food energy. So this sequence of who eats what, this sequence of who eats whom is called a food chain. Who eats whom? This is sequence. Sequence is nothing but is a systematic procedure. One animal depends on another animal. Some other animals depend on producers. Like that, there is a sequence of depending on one by one for getting food. So this is called a food chain. It describes how organisms get energy and nutrients by eating other animals. A food chain shows the relationship between producers and consumers. So food chain shows the relationship between producers and consumers. Food chain shows interdependence. That means one animal depending on other animal. Some are animals depending on producers like plants. Interdependence. So this is a food chain. Let us see energy flow in a food chain. How the energy flow in a food chain? Let us see activity 7. So here figure is given, you can observe the figure. So observing the figure, we have to answer some questions. So carefully observe here some animals eating some other animals. Which animal eating which animal? So we have to identify. So and answer the following questions. First question. What is the source of energy in a food chain? If you observe, for all the animals and plants, there is a particular source. What is that source of energy? That is sun. So sun is the source of energy. And second question, if you observe, how does grasshopper get its energy? So grasshopper getting energy from where? Arrow mark is there, you can observe. From plants onwards, grasshopper getting energy. Plants. So plants giving energy to the grasshopper. And third question, what happens to the crow if the frog was removed from this food chain? So in the line, plants, grasshopper, frog and crow is there. So in between, if you remove the frog from the chain, what happens to crow? Nothing will happen. So crow also eats insects. So crow can eat insects. And next question, what is the role of mushrooms in the given picture? Mushrooms, if you observe, all the animals after their death, they have to mix in the soil. So they are decaying. That means these mushrooms break down the dead animals and plants. So here mushrooms are the decomposers. So bacteria and fungi such as mushrooms get energy by the breakdown of dead plants and animals. Breakdown of dead plants and animals. From the dead plants and animals, mushrooms gaining energy. They are called decomposers. Who are called decomposers? Mushrooms are called decomposers. They break complex substances into simpler substances, simple substances that goes into the soil and are used by plants. So mushrooms break down the complex substances into simple substances and these substances will go into the soil. Thus, they help in cycling of materials between producers, consumers and soil. These mushrooms will help for cycling between producers and consumers and soil. So they are also called as recyclers. Recyclers. Mushrooms are called recyclers. Decomposers we can call are also called recyclers. So this is about a food chain. And what is food web? So if you observe the figure, this figure, here we can observe lion, jackal, goat, wildcat, eagle, owl, and rabbit, mouse, green plant, snake, etc. So there is a arrow marks from one animal to different animals. You can observe here arrow marks. So what is food chain? So there is a chain like relation. And what is a food web? Food chain cannot always be represented by a straight line. Food chain means a straight line like if you observed in the before. But food chain always cannot be like a straight chain. They can be branched with several food chains connected to each other to form a web. So for example, if you observe a lion, it can eat jackal. At the same time, it can also eat goat and it can also eat a wildcat. So there is a branches from the lion. So like that, jackal also can eat goat or rabbit. And wildcat also can eat rabbit and mouse. So like that, branched chains are there. So this type of branched chains, we can say this is a web. So this system of interconnection food chains is called food web. Interconnection, that means one animal depending on different animals. This is called a food web. So you can identify the figure carefully, then you can understand. And next one, animal colonies and food. Animal colonies. Animals also form different colonies and together they will collect their food. So there are many animals that live in colonies from huge elephants to tiny ants. Huge elephants also, they will form a colony. They will live together as a colony. As human beings are living as a colonies, animals also live as a colonies. From huge elephants to tiny ants. Tiny ants also live as a colony. So let us discuss the wonder world of ants, how the ants live as a colony and what are the actions and what are the responsibilities they are performing in their colonies. Let us discuss. Ants do a lot of things. So we can learn so many things from the ants. Their colony has a large ant forces to do work. In their colonies, there is a large force to do work. For doing work, there is a large force. Soldiers, they will do work. So there are mainly workers, soldiers, female and male ants. So in this, these three main groups are very important. What is that? Workers, soldiers, and female and male ants. So what is the duty of workers? What is the duty of soldiers? What is the duty of female and male ants? Let us see. The workers collect and maintain food stock for others in the colony along with this, some other several duties also. So workers collect food from different places and store the food in the colony for all the ants. And also they will do some other duties also. Along with other duties, they will collect the food and store the food. And what soldiers will do? Soldiers will protect the colony. Just as we keep a cow for milk, so like that, ants also will keep a type of insect called aphids for honeydew. Honeydew is a sweet substance. For that sweet substance, they will keep a type of insect called aphids. From that insect, they will get this honeydew. Like human beings, ants are also called good farmers. They cut leaves into pieces and create a bed to grow a type of fungus which they eat. For eating purpose, a fungus they will eat. For that fungus, they will cut the leaves and form a bed. and from that bed of leaves this fungus will grow. Then that ants will eat that fungus. That is why we can say ants are good farmers like us. So what we can learn from ants? So we can learn from ants so many good qualities. They distribute work among themselves. They will not neglect any work. They use their own talent. They work hard to collect the food and store the food. And they will use their intelligence to prepare their own food. So these are all the so many things we can learn from ants. Let us conclude with a home task. So here I will give 3 questions. You can answer that 3 questions and send me. First question: what happens if there are no decomposers on the earth? What happens if there are no decomposers on the earth? And second question: draw a food chain of your choice. You can choose any food chain and draw the pictures and keep your arrow marks. Draw a food chain of your choice. And third question: how can you appreciate the role of producers in a food chain? How can you appreciate the role of producers in a food chain? So this is the home task. Everybody should answer and send me. Thank you. We will meet again in the next class.